This is a distributive property lesson and is for students in 7th grade and above because it does include negative numbers. But it's a scaffolded lesson, so it kind of walks them through slowly and gets more difficult as they go. So it starts out just explaining, looking to see what the distributive property is. And then the first slide, they're going to insert the numbers. Okay, so 7 times 9, so this would be a 7, and 7 times 4. So these would both be 7s. And then the second one, 8 times 3, so this would be a 3, and this one a 2. And then it gives them a little bit more difficult distributive property, this time with variables. And again, they're going to fill in the missing values and then the answer at the end. And they'll be given a few more distributive property problems, some with negatives they have to complete. Now they're going to get to a little bit more difficult problems. This shows them what to do if there's just a negative symbol in front of this parentheses. So they're going to have to complete a couple problems with a negative. And then we get, again, some even more difficult problems. And they need to know that they need to multiply before they add in order of operations. So they're not going to add 3 plus 2. They're going to distribute their 2 first and add their 3 on the end. Now on this step, the third step, they're just changing the order. Commutative property, they can put the 8 next so that they can add the 3 and the 8 together. So this is going to be a little bit difficult for the student, so really walk them through this. This is going to be a 6. This one is 7x. And then again, this will be a 6. So we've changed the order of the terms, 6 plus 14, and then they can go ahead and solve it. See, each one, they have to do a little bit more on their own. So this one, 2x and 16. Then they're going to change the order so the two numbers are together, and then the final answer. And one more problem like that. And then it finishes with just a matching. So they're going to use this draw line tool up here. Select line. They can select an arrow if they like. And so they just click on that blue dot, and they can move it where they need to move it. And they're going to do that, duplicate that for every single one of these problems. Now they can play with this. They can change the color. They can change the thickness. So if they want purple and they want a really thick line, they could do something like that. So they can play around with that. And this has all of the completed slides on here for the teacher. So if you're going to assign this to the students, I would make a copy, a class copy, and make sure that you delete all of the answer slides before you give it to the students.